Welcome everyone, this is Ponly Needles and you're listening to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at the latest news in LOTRO and here at LOTRO Players. And this week we have with us Terry Adwin,
Hi, hi.
Erendus,
Hey, everybody.
and Cinders.
Hello.
Hello there, and this week we are going to begin with the news that there is going to be some downtime on Monday, probably around the time we post this, where they'll be adding an update 23.5.1 to take care of a couple little things that were, I believe, wrong with 23.5.
As per usual.
As per
This is a
usual.
little bitty patch, though.
Yeah, this is a pretty small one here. We have the Tome of the Sky of a Perfect Day kite has been added to the anniversary event, available at barter at the anniversary tokens. I presume then they must have just forgotten the item or something. The monster hit point buffs of Moria were accidentally reverted to the previous game build. This has now been fixed. I'm not completely sure what that means. Someone here has a better idea, since this is my first time in Moria was just today. So I don't know what to compare it to.
Oh, yeah. They changed a bunch of that stuff prepping for Moria, and I guess one of the changes that they made in 23.5 reverted it back before the changes. I don't have anybody in Moria currently, so I don't remember if that was a good thing or a bad thing. But
Right.
it's a going to be fixed thing, is what it is.
Now, I was doing the training hall today, and I think I was level 51, the mobs were level 54, and I did get through it pretty easily, so perhaps it was a little bit too easy as a result of this. It's going to be what my guess is.
Probably.
So therefore, that will be fixed. Several scaling instances were accidentally lacking their tier 2 difficulty buffs. These have been restored.
Again, oops.
Yes. And in the legendary worlds, the standard anniversary scavenger hunt week 1 quests that require high level objectives are no longer available when the level cap is below 105. Because everybody, what they were doing is they were going to Rolo to pick up the anniversary quest, and that would lock them out of his niece's quest. And of course, you can't finish Rolo's quest on the legendary servers. So they decide, alright.
Right, because some of that stuff isn't actually on the legendary servers yet.
Right. Therefore, they've put it so that you can go to the... So therefore, they decided to block out those quests so you can't take them, and that you instead just go to the niece as usual, and you will be able to do the Eriador version. And I have verified that that at least works. And that's it for the patch. So just those couple of little things in there.
Yeah, tiny patch.
So let's then go into the LOTRO Beacon, issue number 108, where we have a fireworks horse at the anniversary event.
Yep, one of the seeds you can buy from Mithril. Way too much Mithril. I was tempted, but it's way too much Mithril.
Yeah, let me see. I think the only character I have who'd want to bother with that one is probably had bought it when it was available for not Mithril. In our community spotlight, Dottie's LOTRO Guides hits 1 million views. Congratulations. Awesome. Yes, congratulations on this big milestone. And also with 1 million views this week is that I think it was the LOTRO stream hit 1 million views this week. They hit it during the anniversary event.
Nice.
Oh, that's right, because there's a clip of it somewhere.
Yeah. So there was that also. In the anniversary event has arrived. Speaking of that, you can check Fibro Jedi's guide to this year's quests, mounts, and rewards.
Except there's not a new mount.
There is not a new mount this year. Yes, they did not have the resources to do a mount this year.
We'll find out why later.
Find out why later.
Yeah, I actually watched the clip of when Maid of Lions and the Pinion and Baraka, I think, is the third dev who was on. We're talking about some of the stuff they're working on for Update 24 and beyond, because Maid of
Okay.
Lions confirmed he's actually working on something past Update 24. Yeah, so what they're doing for Update 24 and beyond is the reason why we don't have a new steed for Anniversary.
Yes.
Probably will be worth it, but it's too soon to say because it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. Probably soon in a couple of weeks, we'll be seeing at least on Borer Update 24. But
that is the buzz, yes.
Then let's head out into Friday, April 20th. Actually, that's yesterday. Never mind. And Musica Banditos presents Cinco de Mayo celebration on Sunday, May 5th on Landreval. And Material Miller posted part 2 of their Halberd collection. Check that out.
Yes. For people who have captains. Because captains are the only people in the game that can actually wield halberds. But I love cosmetic weapons, so I love that this guide is a thing. I've not made use of the halberd one because I have a manly man of Rohan who pretends to be Aquaman, so I have a trident-looking halberd. I do. I seriously have a trident that looks like a halberd that looks like a trident. I got it from Karndoom.
Yeah. There are a number of the halberds in there which are only halberds by the most loose definition of the word.
But it's cool. If you're going to play with cosmetics, it's good to have an idea before going in what stuff looks like and where you can get it.
Yes. I think they should just, maybe, LOTRO, they should just admit it and just call them polearms instead of halberds. Because they have quite a collection of different types of polearms here. Then let's out to Musica. Oh, that's right. Talked about that. Never mind. Let's go to the Kin Hall then. Shadows and Flame has a long-standing history on Arkenstone, and we are looking to expand our roster. We are welcoming good people from all paths of Middle-earth, new or returning players who are looking for a place to call home. Our Kin Island is equipped with all of the facilities for crafting, and we are always willing to help out when we can. If you're interested, contact Idlin via in-game mail. And now for our weekly comment. Which firework is your favorite?
The one I'm still waiting for, which is the dragon.
I was going to say dragon as well, so.
I didn't realize, though, that the Year 7 people got a 7 stars firework, which is basically the Illuminous star, which is pretty cool. It's not as cool as the dragon, but it is cool.
And the eagle one looks pretty cool, but I haven't seen it in-game. I've only seen the pictures.
Well, yes. A few Year 12 people may have seen something potentially better, but you're right. I haven't seen it either, so I wouldn't know. But I think I'll have to go with the dragon. It's hard to beat the dragon.
It is really hard to beat the dragon. It is pretty cool.
Yep.
The animation on it was really awesome.
Yeah, I have a feeling that no matter how good the eagle one is, if they didn't, I doubt that they had time in which to do is rate a great anime. Actually, the way that's swooping down like that. Oh, it looks like that Fibro Jedi does have a YouTube video a link to a YouTube video showing it working.
Ooh, cool. I'll check it later.
Yeah, so therefore that would be a good place to check if you want to see how it is. And perhaps next week we would have had a different answer if but we would never have seen it actually in game, and the full glory comes at it when you see it different angles in the game, I think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's then head into the fan site news. We have, of course, the LOTRO Players News issue, episode 302, The Great Company, some assembly required. And Lauren Laughter with a Middle-earth Maiden. The Road Goes Ever On with Gravity 42. Winnie's Adventures in Middle-earth. Now with more Festival Questing Dwarves with the Dwaro Scholar. Mythgard and Middle-earth with the Tolkien Professor. Gondor Has No Druids with Druids Fire. Epic Shenanigery with Tesla the Panda. And Adventures After Dark with Big Ed Mustafa. And we also, of course, have in the news the 12th anniversary live stream. And, of course, they also have linked in here the release notes from 23.5 if you're interested in that. Now, though, for our screenshot of the week. And this screenshot of the week is posted by Erlin from Laurelin.
It's a very cool shot of Landreval.
Mm-hmm.
That is Landreval,
Yes.
right?
I was trying to figure out, because is this from...
That is from the Great River, yes. It's been photoshopped.
Oh, it's been photoshopped, because it just didn't look familiar. That's the reason why. I said, wait, the area... So that's why I was wondering, was it Landreval? Because I didn't recognize the... Wait, so you said it's been photoshopped then. Alright.
Yeah.
See, you can recognize the place and tell that's been photoshopped. Now you go, huh? I don't recognize it.
I may have done this quest kind of really a lot. Because I really love this quest.
Yes, there is that.
I mean, it's hard to beat a quest with giant eagles.
That is true.
True. And doing Bingo Boffin where you run into... I remember one time I was doing the Bingo Boffin quest that was down there, and I arrived with Bingo with only one eagle there. During the time which Bingo was talking all that stuff, I went and found the other eagle. So there are two eagles there during the second half of the straight. And the text, of course, is going there. The first half is talking as if, oh yeah, there have always been two eagles here, haven't there?
That's funny. I didn't get there with Bingo.
Yeah. Alright, then let's head into our store sales. And Terry, what's on sale this week?
Let's see. LOTRO bonus days. We didn't talk about LOTRO bonus days. LOTRO bonus days, welcome back weekend is 25.
I lost Terry.
Friend,
I did too.
what do you mean you lost me?
Like your
You muted
voice
yourself.
just disappeared.
Oh, hang on. Discord is doing the thing.
Uh-oh.
We heard 25 and then it went.
Yeah, I think it's back.
Alright.
You seem to be back.
Yeah, that was a Discord thing. That wasn't a me thing. So LOTRO bonus days is 25% XP now through April 28th. And then Friends of Radagast is the sale this week. So we're 25% off select pets and kites, select housing items, and select mounts. And the weekly coupon gets you a +5 hope boost for 90 minutes times 5 with coupon code BOOSTHOPE now through May 2nd. Note about Radagast and other things, since Pineleaf skipped over the Let's Talk Shop bit with the Court of the Rings, and the anniversary live stream. They also confirmed for the Vales of Anduin update, we're going to get to see the inside of Grimbjorn's lodge.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Yeah. It's like a 10-minute clip that's on 10 or 15-minute clip that's on Twitch that's got them talking about all the various things, and it's really, really cool, so you should definitely check it out. And for those who don't have time, Druid's Fire posted highlights in the forums.
Cool.
Okay. Now, that +5 hope boost token thing came in right at the right time for me, because I was wondering, alright, what am I going to do for hope for a certain instance I was about to do, and when it just logged in, just before I logged into that, I said, oh, the store sales this week is... I mean, the free sample this week. So at least I knew exactly where I was going to get that one.
Mm-hmm. That's convenient.
Yeah. Let's head into the site news then, and the science behind a Dead Hobbit 2. What is damage?
First of all, I love the title of these articles. I really do. And I actually thought this was a great breakdown for what damage is and what it is not.
Okay.
Talking about the various types of things that you can use to figure out how hard you are hitting, what you can do to hit better. The kind of nitpicky stuff that I normally don't pay attention to, unless somebody's talking about messing around with my class, and then I totally pay attention to it.
Okay.
You know, like when they were doing the champion changes.
Yeah. So they're showing here example for a hunter: physical mastery greater than compared to induction bow damage, greater than bleed damage is greater than swift bow damage.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually useful because one of the other things that they mentioned in the live stream is that people who are going to be going into the Update 24 content will want to run a story mode version of the Anvil raid. So Tier 1 Anvil.
You want to run a Tier 1 Anvil.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I think it was the Pinion who said it.
Well, problem is getting together to do such a thing.
Well, you know, we managed to do it for the Abyss, so
You are right about that.
I'm sure we can get a group together to do the Anvil.
Okay. When Sans is usually good at getting those groups together.
Yes.
So yeah, I would help with the anvil because I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. So that'll be our homework then.
So June would be a fabulous time to do it. Anytime after June 10th.
And let me guess. School ends in your county.
On June 10th, school's out because of all snow days and such. Which means everybody can think again. It'll be great.
Yay.
Wait, you mean you're not thinking while you're in school? There's something wrong there.
This is like the end of the year. Everybody has crazy spring fever stuff, and you just try and get through one day. We're counting down. 30 days left was what a second grade teacher told me. So I was like, sweet. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it.
We had spring fever and then it snowed this morning.
Yeah.
I am not even joking. I woke up to snow.
I'm sorry. Sorta.
I take it then that you're not doing summer school this year?
So they changed our summer school method, so they're only using like 2 teachers and a couple of pairs, and they're actually visiting kids' homes. So you have to be bilingual to do it, and I am not.
Ah, okay. You have to be bilingual.
But when the whole family speaks Spanish only, it's really a good thing to be bilingual.
Yes, that does help. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about the science behind the Dead Hobbit? Then let's head on to our new player question. And Arendis, what's the question this week?
I actually don't have a question this week, but I've been peeking through Squirrel's article, and there's some really helpful hints there, so I would suggest
then who posted the question then?
I did.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
I'm in the wrong tab. Excuse me. The question this week brought to us by Cinders. Sorry. What kinds of fireworks are there? How are they acquired? And how do you use them?
Oh, there are just so many.
Well, I mean, you don't need to list like all of them, but like I can remember that was one of my things I asked Sam, like everybody's shooting fireworks. I'm like, where do those come from? Those are cool. And she had to tell me where to find them and who to talk to. And
Some of them can be acquired by visiting vendors. Some of them you don't get unless you have been in the game for X number of years because they dropped out of anniversary boxes. Like the Dragon one is a year 10 box. The 7 Stars one that I just got was the year 7 box. And some of them can actually be crafted by scholars. During the anniversary festival, you can have, if you have an appropriate character, you can actually have your scholar alt craft them. You can get recipes out of the boxes that you can buy.
Yeah, I think you'd also buy the recipes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can. For,
I didn't know that.
Steel tokens?
Yeah, I think they're
anniversary tokens, something like that.
Yeah. I think you buy the recipes where you could buy the fireworks directly.
And so some of them are consumed as you use them, like the racial ones that you can get from the vendors are, and the craftable ones are also, and then there's multicolored different ones. Isn't the Gandalf quest part of the anniversary, or is that a summer thing?
I think it's a summer thing.
Quest.
There is a summer thing for fireworks too, where you help yourself.
Gandalf does have a quest at the Bethel stage that's right now because I was going by that area when I was doing something else.
And so then
Gandalf
you have
was there with the quest ring.
Need to light off X number of fireworks, X number of certain color fireworks in specific locations throughout Middle Earth.
Okay. Yeah, I've done that one.
Yeah, and that's actually a little bit of a grind. Actually, the quest is just to light off fireworks in certain locations. The deed doesn't actually matter where you are setting off fireworks. So for a really long time, Sarissa had a pack of fireworks, and because she was the burglar in the group and not really useful to much of anything anyway, because, baby burglars aren't, she would wander around, and when she wasn't getting herself into trouble, she was lighting off fireworks. And that was how I was passing my time in group instances.
Cool.
That and I was bringing the beer. I was super useful to the party, I swear.
But anyway, yes, those are the ways. My main source of them, because I get all the racial ones every once in a while when you get this little box from the anniversary with the racial ones. So I usually have a lot of those, and I've got all these I've been accumulating over the years that are the permanent ones. So I usually don't buy the colored fireworks because I've got plenty of fireworks as it is. With that, let's head into our week in LOTRO. Arendis, what have you been up to?
This week, I logged into one of my low-level hunters that has been gathering dust lately. Just wanted to kind of see what kind of hunter changes had happened since I had last logged in, and boy, there's been a I hit level 24 solely by accepting the introductory anniversary quest, so woohoo!
Yay!
And I got my year 2 loot box, so that was kind of exciting. I mean, I know it's only year 2, but it's something. But I found out on my main character on Landreval that I have no bag space left, and I'm going, okay, I have gotten every single bag space option that I have, I have all the slots that I can possibly get. I can't get any more. What in the world is in my inventory that is taking up so much space? Well, I'm glad you asked. My friends, I counted 7 loot boxes, 8 different maps, 11 different types of food, 7 different LI-related items. The next thing that I'm going to do is a spring clean sweep of what in the world is in my inventory. This is a problem.
Keep what brings you joy, I guess.
Apparently that's 8 different maps or something. What is going on? So yeah, little Landreval Arendis needs some help with inventory management. So that's what we're going to work on this week. Cinders, how was your...
You are officially a LOTRO player because you are now a LOTRO hoarder.
Exactly. Look, Ma, I made it.
So, I logged M in because I really have not been on much in the last month or so. But I did log Emerlina in, and I checked out the Anniversary Festival cosmetics. They look much better on tall characters from all of the pictures I've seen. My Hobbit looks like she is wearing a sack. A puffy sack, but a sack. And I barely managed to finish Where Middle Earth is Emerlina this week with 6 minutes to spare, so it's there. If you look,
Yes.
it's there.
Unfortunately, it wasn't in the show notes, so maybe better go back to that now.
I did see that, but I thought that was just a type thing. So, and then I did get my anniversary gift, but like Arendis, I had no bag space to open it, very sadly. And then Sanswinda would laugh at me and laugh at me. Yeah, I tried like all my characters, and none of them had bag space to open it. And then I got tired after like the fourth one and was like, forget this. I'll wait for a different day. 9 o'clock at night is not the time to go through your inventory. It really is a bad idea. Terry, how was your week?
Well, I got 7-year boxes on all of my characters, and like everybody else, I didn't have bag space on Terry to actually open the thing. So,
I'm sensing a theme here.
Right?
LOTRO players, the episode where we don't have bag space.
LOTRO Hoarders.
That's what it should be. I love that title.
That's our episode title this week is LOTRO Hoarders. So I spent about 5 minutes sending all of my spare crafting mats to Sanswinda so that I could open up enough bag space to get the anniversary stuff that I needed. And it's funny because I've only been on like 5 or 6 characters, and I'm not actually using my brand new Of the 7 Stars title on any of them. Well, my main Teriad one is going to be Skirmisher of Middle-earth for the end of Forever. And then it just doesn't work for my Laurel and Terry. And speaking of Laurel and Terry, she has made it to Aorth in the Volume 3 Epic story. So powering through the Volume 3 Epic, I did need tissues. Yeah, I did need tissues to get through the Fords of Eisen. And I dried my tears, and then I went and took vengeance on, all of the things. Except not really, because you don't really take vengeance on any of that. You go deal with a whiny Dunlanding girl and this Rohirrim dude who apparently decides to fall, spoilers, but is it really spoilery if the story has been out for like 5 years? Anyway, there's like this love at first sight thing going on between him and Nona.
And we have Arendis here.
Wait, so
I picked up on it super early.
As did I. Sans took forever though. She was like,
I mean,
"You found that out already?" I was like,
"That's so obvious,
right?"
Well, especially, if you've done the Great River stuff and you already went through that terrible thing in Thingglad where the elf and the Rohirrim, and you know that that's not even going to work out anyway before it goes really badly.
Oh, I haven't done that one.
You already kind of know. Well, the Rohirrim, especially Horn, is basically sort of kind of introduced as a romantic anyway. Like the actual text doesn't say anything about that, but you kind of get the sense in what he's not saying. And then the way the voice actor says the lines that they gave the voice actor to say, it's like, okay, I see what's going on here. And so, yeah, so we met Horn and did all of the Great River stuff, and then came back up and met the elves and dealt with snooty elves, and I loved going back to Lothlorien, by the way. It's so much fun. Fell off a flat, didn't die because I fell onto I managed to manage the fall, so it wasn't one of those open air flats. It was one of the ones with the windy staircase, so I basically landed on the roof of the next level.
Well, that's better than dying.
Ran my way down the roof until I was low enough that all I got was a broken leg.
Elven flit parkour.
And long story made less long, I guess. She's in Aorth now, and I just sat through the awkward family dinner where Horn introduces Nona to his father, and that goes exactly as well as expected, especially because the other person at that table is Horn's sister, who was the betrothed of Theodred, who I saw die like a week ago. Yeah, so that's a whole bunch of awkward. But then I got to meet Amir, which was really cool because this Terry is from Rohan, so it's like I know the prince is dead, so you're kind of next in line, right? Rode up to Amir's Vengeance, and I'm at this point where we're supposed to go to the Stone of Wergenda, and decided I wasn't in the mood to do that instance before the podcast because I'm probably going to die horribly because I'm like 4 levels under for it.
Oh yeah, you will.
But yeah, having a lot of fun on, I don't know, I might not die because Champion Warseed, now that I have the hang of Warseeding, my first experience with Champion Warseeding did not go well, but I've had several other characters with Warseeds now, and I made the executive decision to treat this one as a light steed, so it doesn't handle like a Buick. It actually handles really smooth. So I'm kind of really excited to see how that goes. I also, on Laurelin, made a new baby hunter because I wanted to make a character and get the Gift of the Valor while it was on sale. Turns out that you can't use the Gift of the Valor while you're still in the starter instance. You have to be a novice. And I had spent all of my points getting Gift of the Valor, so I didn't have the points to veteran status or early intro, and I wasn't feeling doing the Archer intro because I made a human. In fact, most of my characters on Laurelin right now are human. And then the other thing I did was I longed on Sarissa to see if the burglar changes impacted her at all, and didn't notice the difference. And it's kind of really sad because she's fighting stuff that's way under her level. Like the names are light blue, and it's still taking her forever to get stuff to die. I think I need to upgrade her gear or something. But I have first stage allies waiting for her to hit her next level because she's at 94. And yeah, that was my week. Pineleaf, how about you?
Alright, I'll begin with what I did on Honor, where my Warden completed Volume 1 of the epic storyline. Yay! And I also had a battle against a ridge in Eregion. Because in order to finish the Eregion meta deed, because I was wondering, why is there no meta deed for Eregion? And the figure out is because the meta deed is gated behind a hidden deed, so therefore the Eregion meta deed is also a hidden deed. So I had to find this stupid ridge and jump to the end of it so I could get the Ridge Racer deed done. Crazy. First character which has bothered to do that. Actually, it's the first character where I bothered to figure out where it's at so I could actually do the deed. So I got that deed done, finished all the Eregion. No, actually, there is one thing I still haven't done in Eregion, and that is that stupid. There is this half-orc, I believe, this Urukai, who is, that's right, it's an Urukai, who's an elite Urukai, who's in a cave, who's standing near an elite master. There's no way I'm soloing that. So I'll have to worry about that when I'm at a high enough level in order to solo that. Either that or find a Kenny in order to help me there. Then I also then did the entry area stuff for Moria, so I now have a legendary item.
Cool.
Yay! And of course, for a while there, I kept on getting surprises because we had the anniversary come in right around the same time as I finished Volume 1. When I was opening up one of my anniversary boxes, I said, oh wow, this is a nice little gift I got for the anniversary. The cloak of Amarthiel's redemption. I said, I've never heard of this. Wow, that's an interesting anniversary gift for the 11th year. And then, of course, I figured out, oh no, that's what happens when you finish Volume 1 on a Legendary server. Okay. So that was an interesting little surprise there. Then, during Friday Night Fight, we started by killing a couple of war bands in Wildermore because someone needed to finish up the Wildermore deeds. Then we ran Fort of Bruinen, where we got all the way to the end, and of course, one of the twins decided that the boss fight was a perfect time to die.
Of course.
They always do that.
Yeah, they just love doing that.
They're a little suicidal.
Yeah, Then in Strike Against we next ran Strike Against Danagor, where I think half the mobs that we were running into there were signature or higher fireballs. As anyone knows, that is the worst mob to be facing in that skirmish because they have a reflect.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had the hunter died a couple of times. And our Runekeeper also got killed a couple of times, but that was mainly because the Runekeeper, they said, "Ooh, someone a couple of levels low." Whack, whack, whack. So the Runekeeper also died a couple of times. Actually, probably also didn't have very good tactical mitts, so therefore the aura from all those fireballs was probably also causing trouble.
Don't they reflect fire damage, though?
No. They
or do they
reflect
just
any
reflect
damage
any
you
damage?
do and turn it into fire damage.
Okay. Because I thought there were some that the reflect was just fire damage. So if you were to use like light damage, it was not as bad.
That's for the raids, as in Assault on the Ring Raids. Assault on the Ring Raids lair, where they reflect fire, common, and I believe Westerness. There might be one or two others, but light damage is what you use against them because light does extra damage against them, and they don't reflect it.
Okay.
Yes, but with these fireballs, they reflect any damage you do, except that it gets reflected as fire damage.
Okay.
Then I also finished up my scavenger hunt series, which I started a couple years back, because they had the year 12 scavenger hunt, and I finished it up and found out the answer to the mystery that they were working on for the last couple of years. Now, with that done, let us head back to earlier, where I had forgotten about where in Middle-earth is Emeraldina, since it didn't quite make the show notes due to how late it got in.
Sorry.
Yeah, and
I obviously need to play more LOTRO, what can I say?
yeah,
I owe you guys all a Canterlina's Corner as well.
Yeah. So you can see Emeraldina there, and we also have the answer to the previous week on where last week's where Middle-earth is Emeraldina. Anything you want to say about this? Obviously avoiding spoilers.
Well, no.
Okay. Then, we currently have 20 supporters on Patreon. If you would like to join this illustrious array of players and help support LOTRO players, simply go to the donations page where you can support the players and alliance on Patreon. There you'll find rewards, including a mention on podcast of your choice, or even be guests with us for an episode of LOTRO Players News. We did not receive any emails this week, but if you'd like to send us one, you can send it to podcast at LOTROplayers.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, The Players Alliance at Players Outline, LOTRO Players at LOTRO Players, Aaron at Aaron Nest, Pineleaf at Pineleaf Neal, Sendwinda at Sendwinda, Terry Edwin at Terry Edwin, and Cinders at Emeraldina. The Players Alliance has two shows on Thursdays at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. We have DDO Players News, and on Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have LOTRO Players News. Each of us our shows at LOTROplayers.com/live. And that's all for tonight, and this is Pineleaf Mules reminding you to skirmish responsibly.